Hello, I'm Pat Foran. It's difficult to get ahead financially if you have bad habits constantly eating away at your finances. Now, we all want to have fun, spend money, and enjoy our lives, but if we are constantly spending money and spending more than we make, it can be impossible to get ahead. Often, we think it's just $5 or $10, but these small expenditures really add up. Let's look at some areas where you may be spending too much to see if it may be possible to trim your spending without causing you too much financial pain. The obvious one used as an example is buying coffee. Why? Well, because it's such a great way to show how spending a few dollars a day adds up over a lifetime. It's not uncommon for some people to spend $5 a day on coffee, which adds up to almost $2,000 a year. Dining out is another area where daily spending can really add up. If someone is spending $10 a day grabbing lunch through the week and maybe going out to a fancy dinner on the weekend and spending $100, which many people do, that adds up to a staggering $8,000 over the course of a year. If you smoke, that's another $10 a day depending on how much you smoke. Once again, another $3,600 over the course of a year. Maybe you like to have a drink of beer or wine. A 2-4 of premium Canadian beer is $36 and a bottle of wine can be about $15. And we all know you'll pay quadruple the price if you want to have a drink in a bar or a restaurant. So again, depending on your consumption, it can be very easy to spend thousands of dollars on alcohol over the course of a year. If you like music, movies, or magazines, it's easy to dig into your pocket and spend $5 on a magazine, $10 on an album, or $50 on a computer game. Even trips to the movies add up over time. If a family of 4 went to the movies twice a month and got popcorn and drinks over the course of a year, it's easy to spend almost $2,000. Now, I believe life is all about balance, and there's nothing wrong with dining out, having nice clothes, going to a hockey game, or going to the movies. The problem is that many people want to do all of these things all of the time with no regard for saving whatsoever. And this is a recipe for financial disaster. Many of these purchases are also being made with credit cards, which means there is also interest charges that will have to be paid. So is it possible to cut back purchasing coffee so you don't buy it every day and maybe only have expensive dinners on special occasions? Watch TV at home sometimes instead of going to the movies? You might be able to buy something, but you should ask yourself, can I really afford it? Even making a few changes can save you $50 a week, and that may not sound like much, but over time it can make a big difference. The compound interest calculator on this website can show you how saving $2,600 a year at 5% interest over 30 years can add up to almost $185,000. Try out the calculator and plug in your own figures to see how saving a little over time can add up to a lot. For the Investor Education Fund, I'm Pat Foran.